morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Really good, man. Stomach
Sweet.
hurts. How are you?
Stomach hurts. What'd you eat too much?
It's still coming out of me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's still coming out of me. This morning was a rough shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. But how are
Everything
you? How
coming
are
out
you this
okay?
morning, my brother?
Oh, I'm a little tired, but I'm no worse for the wear. Just have a normal, regular old Sunday. Regular old Sunday. Getting ready to drive across fucking Kansas for the 400th time this year. So, yay!
Oh,
Can't fucking wait. Oh boy,
so,
another
so
nine
you're
hours in the
doing?
car.
I was just about to say that, and your limit's 9.
My limit's exactly 9. Like that's pretty much what I've discovered. When the girls were a lot smaller, it was I would take them, about 4 to 6 hours down the road between towns because they were so small. They couldn't really last in the car very long on road trips. But occasionally we could make it like 6 to 8 hours, and that kind of became the maximum range for the cutoff. And then my max is pretty much about 9. If I was really pushing it, maybe 10 hours. I think a couple of years ago I was driving across Texas from south to north, and I drove I think 11 hours in one day, I want to say. And I was still in Texas at the end, by the way. I went from southeast of Houston all the way up to inside the panhandle of Texas, and
Oh shit.
I want to say I was an 11-hour drive, and I was still in Texas at the end of that day. So yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We're almost done, so
So
we'll be out to Missouri for good in about 2.5 weeks. So
the countdown is coming, guys, and that same
yeah,
countdown is the season 3 countdown too. Now
fuck yeah.
here's my one question for you. With a Rogue Energy, how many hours can you drive straight?
Oh, dude, I could drive for like 10 days, dude. Are you kidding me? And like when the cops find me, I'll just be like in a car wearing a diaper and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have like a freaking lifetime supply of tapioca pudding in the back for no good fucking reason. You know what I mean? And the car may or may not be stolen. Okay, but Rogue Energy is the best energy drink in the world. Okay, like I can attest to that. All right. Why our military doesn't use that shit, okay, to like keep soldiers awake on duty, I don't know yet. But we're gonna find it out. So yeah,
And make
we're gonna
sure
find
and
out.
make sure you yeah, make sure you use code DD214 gaming for 10% off your next order today. And the more you order, that percentage will go up. So
There you go. There you go.
so
Order Rogue Energy and get high on meth. Huh?
yeah, there you go. So what was your Thanksgiving like, man? What was the go-to meal?
We went up to my girlfriend's parents' house. They live in Iowa. So a little bit
Nice.
about 2.5 hours north. They're not extremely far away from Kansas City, but about 2.5 hours as the crow flies. So we drove up there and we stayed up there on I think Tuesday through Friday morning, basically. So we drove up there on Tuesday. We went to the zoo in Omaha, Nebraska, which is across the river from where her parents live. Excuse me. I went to the zoo in Omaha, Nebraska on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. That was actually really cool. Not gonna lie, for being a much smaller city, Omaha, Nebraska zoo puts Kansas City's to fucking shame. So like no exaggeration there. Like the Omaha Zoo, if you guys are ever in Nebraska for whatever reason, the Omaha Zoo is totally worth it. So I would highly recommend that. As far as Thanksgiving, it went really well. Everybody kind of got up, did their own thing. We had the very standard, kind of very typical. We had, there was turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, sweet potatoes or yams, depending on what you call them. Green bean casserole. There was a corn casserole, several different types of pie. All of it was delicious. Every last bit of it was delicious. I took a leg. I don't know about you guys, but at Thanksgiving dinner, I like eating the turkey leg. So that's what I usually eat at the dinner, and then I kind of snack on the leftovers for the next like 8 days or
Yeah.
whatever. And then and yeah, that was pretty much it. We didn't really do too much, but I think that's kind of the idea, right? I did go for a jog the day we went to the Omaha Zoo, I actually got up in the morning. I got up early and I actually went for a jog. I haven't gone for a jog in a long time. So that was kind of nice. I did
You
that
put a
again.
really exciting post up that day too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, twice a year, I commemorate the memory, and I try to honor the memory of my best friend who unfortunately he passed away a long time ago. He passed away in 2003, in March of 2003. So it's been almost 20 years since this dude has left the earth.
Holy
But he
shit!
was a really good guy, and with the advent of social media, I can now speak his name to the masses so that his name does not go unforgotten, so to speak, or people don't lose sight of the memory of him in their heads. Obviously, family members, some of his good friends like me, obviously will never forget this guy, obviously. But by putting his name out there twice a year, it reminds people, who he was, and if maybe it helps spark somebody's memory and they remember like a something they did with him or hung out with him one time or whatever. Like that's if I can play a small part in that, so that his name doesn't go unspoken, then I will do that. That's kind of the job I charged myself with after he passed away, because we were still very young in adulthood. We were 22 years old when he passed away. So, it seems you feel like you're so much
Yeah.
older in your early 20s than you actually are. Now it's been almost 20 years, and I'm almost twice as old as he was when he passed away. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. But I went on a jog and ran up a couple hills and ran down a couple more and saw some really cool scenery and running through the fields of Iowa, I guess. So yeah, it was a good time to think. So yeah.
That it's very special to choose like the day that Thanksgiving to do to around the time that Thanksgiving to do that, to kind of like give thanks for commemorating the memories that you had with him.
Sure.
So it's a
Sure.
that's a very special thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool, man. I'm about to tear up.
Oh, you're no, you're good, man. I think he would appreciate it. And I when he passed away, it was a very watershed moment in my life, and it was one of those times where after something happens, your life is never the same. So I do not know what my life would have been like if that young man had survived and not passed away that year. Everything changed for me when he died. So it's kind of one of those things where if I don't honor it, I think I feel I would be doing a great disservice, not only to his memory but also to myself, in recognition that that moment kind of you know started it all, so to speak. So, and yeah, it's one of those. He was born on November 24th. So
Oh wow.
every couple of years, his birthday falls on Thanksgiving, and then every other year it falls somewhere right on either side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the day after, sometimes it's the day before. But yeah, November 24th is that's Thanksgiving time basically. So
Yeah.
that's the
Oh, that's very cool, man.
yeah. So
It's,
so yeah.
I can't get over the fact that this is something that you do. I don't hear of a lot of people doing something like that. To commemorate those that they've lost, and it really brings a spark into your head.
Well, I have seen other people do it here and there on Facebook. I don't have, but for anybody that doesn't know or anybody that cares, I do not have Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I pretty much have Facebook, and I have a semi-anonymous account on Reddit. That's all for social media. That's all I have. So whoever has me on Facebook, that's pretty much the only people that will ever see me do anything on the internet with my name attached to it, basically. And I have seen other people do it here and there. I do it twice a year, every year, and I've been doing it every year for many years straight now. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and check the Facebook archives, but I think I set up my account in 2009, and I want to say the first time I did it was probably 2010 or 2011, maybe. So it really hasn't been that long, and it wasn't that long after I got my Facebook account that I started doing it, and then
Yeah.
that's it. It's just my way of honoring and memorializing my best friend. So yeah.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I
How
love
was
it. And
how was your Thanksgiving? What did you
man,
do and what did you eat?
well, what's really great about Thanksgiving is that the last couple of years, me and my wife have grown into the habit of becoming the Thanksgiving hosts. and
Okay.
it's
Cool.
it's a cool little thing to have, to be
Oh yeah.
the host, because you want, and let me tell you, my wife, she busts tooth and nail, kicked us all out the kitchen too, man. Let me tell you, and you
Okay.
know, Thanksgiving, everyone has special, memories for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to get too dark in here. I've had some traumatic events happen to me in Thanksgiving, and this was actually the first Thanksgiving that I had without losing my closest uncle. So it was kind of, that morning was a little bit bittersweet, but
Sure.
it got better. Got my so. As being the host, we had my in-laws here, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, their kids. The
Cool.
house is full right now. There's a lot of the,
Are people
the
still there right now?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The
Oh fuck
children
yeah.
outnumber the adults right now. It's
Nice.
we
Nice.
could be overthrown at any moment.
Usually
Okay.
that's usually how it starts. That's usually how it
Yeah.
happens, right?
That
So
we have until Tuesday before the mutiny starts. So
there you go. I like that.
but
I like
but
that.
it's nice. All the cousins are together, all the families together. Playing some video games, talking shit. So to start it off, we had obviously the basics, but with us, with the Spanish tradition, we always add a pernil, which is a ham. It's a stuffed ham. It's delicious. There's a Oh my god, the way that it's just sliced, the honey dripping. It's like, oh,
Just can't get enough, basically.
what, baby?
There's no honey in Betty, and it's not stuffed.
Well, it looks like honey.
It's not honey. It's not what a Betty
Well, what
But
is
it
it?
looks like honey.
But
Sean loves the honey drip.
olive oil and salt.
All right, it's pork ass with garlic, and what else?
It's just Spanish seasoning.
It's just Spanish
No
seasonings.
honey.
No honey. No,
No
there's
honey.
no honey in it, guys. No honey.
But to John, smoked ass tastes like honey. So
Yes,
he
there
likes
you
the
go.
honey drip.
Smoked ass looks
Smoked
like
ass
honey.
tastes like honey, right?
Tastes
That's
like
pretty much
honey.
what I mean. I that's what I heard. That's what I heard. John likes smoked ass. It tastes to him.
Yeah,
It
there
tastes
you
like
go.
honey.
And so we had that. It was, dude, that was it was real. That was, to me, that was my favorite meal. But I love stuffing. Stuffing is like, I like to mix my stuffing, mac and cheese, and mashed potatoes all together. Good morning, Deshaun.
Morning to Sean. Welcome to church. He's still
You know,
even though we start 2 hours ahead. Deshaun is still with us. Like, had a great
hey,
time with you on the show last week, buddy.
the paleo giant is here.
Yeah, the paleo giant is in the house. I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
And dude, the stuffing was just like, oh. So I mix it with my mac and cheese. I mix it with my mac and cheese, and I mix it with the mashed potatoes all together in like one big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds disgusting, but let me tell you, when you have all that mixture into one like pile of like food, and it's great.
Absolutely.
I'm not a big fan of turkeys. I don't touch the turkey usually. I didn't have any turkey this time, but I go for the ham every single time. But other than that, we've been having some good times. We've been playing some board games. Yesterday, we partook in the game that we played with the Packy Hot Chip. We played I Descent.
Okay. How'd that
Which
go?
was fun. It was all right. It was pretty fun, kind of confusing. But then we played the Hot Seat.
What's that game? What is that game about?
Pretty much, you pick a card and you have to know the person. And let me tell you, if you know the person well enough, you can get pretty personal and pinch their soul.
What do you
with this
mean, like
game.
know the person? Like you have to play with people that you know? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So I'll pull out a card right now.
Okay.
So like the game would go like, I'm in the hot seat.
Okay.
So so we all write something, right? So the question is, what is something I enjoy that's not typical for my age group? So I would write an answer. You would write an answer.
Okay.
Then other people write the answer, and then we put it in like a hat. And I would say all the answers, and we would have to figure out what my answer was. Like, which one did I choose?
Which one you actually wrote?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, but there were some really like
So it's kind of like a clean but potentially embarrassing version of what's that one where like it's like totally it's like a no it's like a terrible Cards Against Humanity.
yes,
Kind of like a
yes, it
personalized version of Cards Against Humanity. Is that kind of what it is?
yeah, and it's hilarious. There were some very interesting moments, and it was just like, oh man, fights could happen. Let me tell you, fights could happen. Fights could happen. But listen, guys, you got to play. And look, now that I know that there's a not safe for work pack,
There you
I'm gonna
go.
look for it.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go,
look
man.
for it. But you know,
Yeah.
there's been a
You'd be
lot.
like
There's been a lot.
write down your number, right? Like
Yeah,
yeah, like
exactly.
yeah, like that sounds like a Thanksgiving family reunion that like it's about to go really really wrong with that not safe for work edition, right? Like it'll be a Thanksgiving holiday where everybody gets into like the good old fashioned Festivus brawl, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, but it was good. Thanksgiving, you know, it was a 10 out of 10. You know,
Cool.
everyone was having a good time. Everyone was happy. Everyone was eating. You
Good.
know, I'm
Good. Good.
still, my stomach's been hurting, and I've been going. And I went to work the next day on Black Friday, which is going to start our next
I was gonna
conversation.
say, tell me about being in retail. I saw and read that Black Friday kind of turned into a big disappointment for a lot of the companies this year. Like, what was your experience in retail on Black Friday?
I actually, you're going to be surprised because okay, so I don't know how it was for you, but for me, growing up in the East Coast, where we are, crowded and we build up, not out.
Right.
There was always people waiting outside the day prior. As soon as the tradition was, as soon as you finished eating Thanksgiving dinner, you went to Circuit City, the Wiz, um, Walmart, Target, wherever, and there
Mm-hmm.
would be people there waiting already. They'd have their chairs.
It became like
They
over the years, it became like a new holiday unto itself, except it was completely manufactured by retailers, basically to have this day after Thanksgiving, whatever, like extravaganza shopping, whatever the fuck, right? So
and
what
it's fun.
it absolutely can be. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the whole 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, standing out in the
Yeah,
freezing, whatever, like just to go inside of a store that I can go into any other day of the week. But I get it.
absolutely.
But I get it. My mom for many years kind of participated in Black Friday back in the oh my god, the heyday of the '90s and going into the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
It
ooh.
became like a sport. It became like a sport for them. You know what I mean? But it's like last few years, man. It's just gotten. I don't know. It's just there ain't nothing. I don't know. I don't know. What did you see? What
It's
did you see in Target on Friday? I'm curious.
so so
Like,
so I didn't see anybody. Everything was filled. So what's a lot of retail stores, they started doing Black Friday week, which I guess like during the coronavirus, this was a big thing that happened last year that they started doing.
I was
Now,
gonna say, I want to say that the beginning of the end was when it stopped becoming Black Friday, and it like they started opening
yes,
stores on like fucking Thanksgiving, and it's like nobody wants to
yes.
go fucking shopping on Thanksgiving, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's like,
and you know what? I actually have to say because like I work for Target, and what's very interesting is that now they've just announced that every Thanksgiving Target will be closed. Like
good and good. You know that
that's it.
like as much as I love to shit talk corporate conglomerates, man, like that's one decision I can stand by that they actually made. Like, let your fucking employees have their fucking holidays. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like
Yeah,
you're already asking a lot of them to be there away from their families on certain days, anyways. Um, Taking like a day like Thanksgiving away from them as well is just kind of like shitty. I remember specifically there was a year I worked. I was 21. I was 21, and I worked at. I was working at a movie theater, paying rent. So I was making five fucking 15 an hour, paying rent. Already on the fucking struggle bus as far as like money is concerned, right? And they created this policy around Christmas time where if you no call no showed, you were fired on like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, day after
yeah.
Christmas, whatever. So I was like, they told us about it like 2 weeks in advance. And you know what I did? I no call no showed. Like just to be a fucking dick. You know what I mean? Like because fuck them. You're not gonna force me making $5.15 a fucking hour to come in and fucking jerk off the customers on fucking Christmas Eve. You know what I'm saying? Fucking good morning, Ronnie. Hope you are doing well, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to church, homie. And yeah, so I remember the next week I went in to get my last paycheck, and the fucking general manager of the store, who by the way was a good enough dude for the most part, he was a good enough dude.
Yeah.
He's like, Jay, why'd you do it? And I literally looked this grown man dead in the eyes. I was like, I wanted to spend the holidays with my fucking family, bro. That's it. That's why you got no call, no showed, because you guys were going to schedule me no matter fucking what. So fuck you anyways. You know, and if your policy is that I get fired because I get no call, no showed, guess what? You just gave me fucking unemployment if I need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
You just gave me a free out of your shitty job. So I was 21 years old. I took the free out. That's honestly what I did. I was like, fuck their bottom line. Fuck the customers. You know, like I understand why people go see movies around Christmas time. Don't get me wrong, but fuck the customers. Yeah. I never gave a fuck about them anyways. And definitely fuck the companies, period. Like they don't own me. They don't own me. They don't own my memories. Like
they are so fucking greedy, bro.
They're greedy as fuck.
And they lost.
That's how Black Friday started. Was companies being greedy as fuck. I mean, that's really how it all started.
And they lost. They lost. I have to say,
this year it sounds like they did. So you're telling me Target was like a ghost town, basically.
Yeah, dude. It wasn't. There must have been a pocket of time. Okay, so all week people were getting the TV, so it was just like any other normal day. Now online shopping is Black Friday is a blood sport. Listen, people have gotten killed on Black Friday for PlayStations. This is not,
oh yeah.
People have gotten trampled on, killed on for TVs, and I guess like that.
Let me see if I can find the nationwide body count for fucking Black Friday. No way, Ronnie. Did you really? Ronnie got a Series X or a Series S. What's Series S? Is that the new shit?
No, that's the new one. That's the new one.
Good for you, Ronnie.
Joined the dark side. He's joined the dark side.
I wish you all the best with that, man. You're gonna have to give us a fucking a review on it at some point, Ronnie. We appreciate it.
And let me know what's up with that Battlefield, bro. Let me know. We waiting. But yeah, man, so what was interesting, the most interesting thing to me is that on the actual day of Black Friday, there was nothing. There was nothing. My wife drove me. There was people in in their cars, already inside the store. By the time I got to work, the store was already open. And it wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy at all. Now online shopping, is a whole different conversation because, well,
right.
When it comes to online shopping, we got Cyber Monday coming tomorrow.
Right.
And
okay. There's literally a website called BlackFridayDeathCount.com. And
shit.
There have been, according to this website, there have been BlackFridayDeathCount.com. According to this website, there have been 17 deaths, 125 injuries. But here's the interesting part: none of it started until about 2006. So the injury and death count really didn't start until about if I'm remembering correctly, that's about when shit started getting really, really nuts on Black Friday. It was like motherfuckers were like spending the night. Thank you very much, Joe. That's it right there. So yeah, and Joe, if you scroll down, you can see down there a lot of this none of this starts until the mid 2000s. Like this doesn't really start till the mid 2000s. There's some honorable mentions at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Jesus
Christ. Like an employee suicide at a fucking Joanne. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I get it. Like, I get it. Like, but see, like,
my God, man stabs coworker at Costco. Holy shit!
When the holiday that the multinational corporate conglomerates create cause people to fucking die, that tells you all you need to know about the fucking holiday. The holiday's not even fucking 4 decades old. I think the first mention of Black Friday from a consumerist standpoint was in 1981. I was just reading this yesterday. The first time Black Friday has been used in relation to the day after Thanksgiving was in the 1950s, but that was because so many people called in sick the day after Thanksgiving from having too much fun at Thanksgiving, right? But that was back in the 50s. Somewhere in the early 1980s, it was mentioned as the consumer day, basically like the consumer material hoarding, Christmas present buying, whatever, the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm still really interested in the fact that you go into work on Black Friday kind of expecting the horde, and you got what, like crickets chirping
Just a
basically?
it was just a regular day,
Just a
except for
regular
online
day.
shopping.
So it's basically just whoever hadn't made it around to Target that week, basically like a regular Friday anyways.
Yeah, but let me tell you, everyone was online shopping. That's on the regular day we get anywhere between 300 to 700 orders. We had about almost close to 2,000.
We have a note
Black Friday shopping. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a note from our producer that shopping dropped on Black Friday by 28% this year. And you know what? We here at DD214 Gaming do try to stay as apolitical as possible and not get too crazy about it. But if you've watched us and been with us long enough, you know that I am not a passive hater when it comes to corporations and what money does to the systems that we have in place in our world to keep us civilized. And I say good. I say fucking good. I say I hope Black Friday goes away. I hope it dies a massively painful death. I hope corporations suffer, and I hope to see CEOs on fucking welfare someday. I really fucking do.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
I
happen.
do. I swear to God. I think there are generation CEOs and all these rich fucks are our generation's version of fucking like, Marie Antoinette, basically telling all of us to fucking go ahead and eat cake when we're fucking, hanging out, living off of like struggle meals and shit. You know what I mean? Like exploiting your consumer base will never lead to anything good. So,
and your employees too.
Oh, especially the employees times two. It's like it's already bad enough for the consumer. You're literally just talking about the endpoint consumer. Those customers here in the middle, the employees of those corporations are getting fucked because they're working low paying jobs with a lot of times no fucking what do you call it? Goddamn no benefits, no fucking a lot of times depending on which company you work for, how long you've been there, you might be making about the same you were making 2 years ago, and they give you like a 50-cent raise, to try to pretend that they're cool. That shitty movie theater I worked at almost 20 years ago. I made $5.15 an hour. They gave me a raise.
Oh.
Cat, I'm gonna fucking skin you alive. Just letting you know right now. I'm gonna fucking. Hey, kitty cat, have you ever seen the Book of Eli? Have you the very beginning of the Book of Eli? Have you seen that shit? That's gonna be you soon. All right. So, anyways, the movie theater I worked at was goddamn. They gave me a raise one time. You know what they gave me a raise to from $5.15? $5.35.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They gave me a 20. I was making $5.15 an hour. They gave me a 20-cent. You wonder why I quit on Christmas Eve? Why I no call no showed? That shit's a slap in the face, dude. What is 20 cents times 40 hours? I'll do the math for you. It's $8 fucking dollars. $8 a fucking week. So that they're raised to me for being one of their hardest workers. Obviously, like even being at a movie theater, their raise was fucking $32 a month. Like that's a raise. Like I'm supposed to be fucking thankful to you for that. Like go fuck yourself, dude. Like go fuck yourself, man.
Shit.
Don't worry. Jay's got it all figured out, except how to fucking live a normal life in the fucking modern world. There you go.
You'll get there, man. You'll get there, man. You're still one of the more old school guys I know. I mean, you use Facebook on your browser instead of an application.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, you did explain that to me.
I am probably one of the last Facebook users that Facebook doesn't have everything that's on my phone right now because I do not use the app. I refuse to fucking download a Facebook app onto my phone. So yes, I use it on a browser.
Yeah.
So,
that's old school, man.
Yeah. And
So
I love how we've got some comments, some Deshaun and Ronnie are going off in our comments talking about the new stuff, and I'm glad to see you guys getting together on that, man. Like that's good. Like this is absolutely what we encourage here.
and, and you know
I
what
want
we
this,
do.
you know. Go ahead,
We
John.
have like we're always talking about like how fucked these companies are. Like, and Sony has been fucking us over with the cell phone gaming. I need to be able to play my PS5 with a stable connection. Microsoft is winning in the next advancement, mobile gaming.
See, I
It's
don't
over,
know.
y'all.
I don't know. And see, that's the thing. Like, I never got into the mobile gaming thing, so I don't even know.
Well, what he's talking about is that you can play all your games. You could play your Call of Duty. You could play
Oh
your
no, I'm tracking.
Battlefield all on your phone. Oh yeah,
I'm tracking. I'm tracking. That's just. I don't know that advancement is ever going to speak to me. I don't know that I can
yeah.
sit on my phone. Like this thing is not that big. I cannot imagine trying to snipe somebody on Call of Duty with
What
a
if it was
screen,
an iPad?
with a screen this small. You know what I mean? Like, how do you see the players across the map? I can barely see them on my giant ass TV that I'm sitting like 5 inches from. You know what I mean? Like, how in the fuck do you see people across the map on these
The
tiny ass
backbone.
screens? Like, do you wear like these big giant fucking like reverse binoculars or whatever? I don't fucking know. Like, the mobile gamers have got a leg up on me, dude, because like that ain't. I use this thing for like a
As a
precious few
phone.
things. I use it phone calls, texting, porn. That's about it. The list gets pretty fucking short after that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
just saying.
So, yeah,
Yes,
Joe,
they
show
are,
that
Deshaun.
Razor Kishiro.
Those things are clutch. That's pretty much all that I need to survive right now is food and porn. So
Absolutely. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that came up around Thanksgiving. I actually think it was like the day after. Maybe it was Black Friday. Are you familiar with who Mr. Beast is?
I am actually because of my daughters, believe it or not.
Yeah. So I am
Man.
aware of Mr. Beast because of my children too.
It should
And
speaking of which, like I don't know if we need to have this talk offline or if we can do it live on the show or not, but is it just me as a parent or is YouTube really fucking scary? Like I'm about ready to fucking delete YouTube off my fucking TVs, dude, because like there's shit on there that my kids somehow fucking find or they get access to, and I'll walk into the room and I'm like, what in the actual fucker? And there's no cursing, there's no horror show images, there's no blood. It's nothing like that. It's just
subliminal shit.
It's like they're watching literal noise. It's like the only way I
Yeah.
can describe it is like they literally are watching like noise that just disrupts the flow of their brains. That's the only way I can describe some of the shit that's on you. Because I'm like, how do you just sit there and watch like 8 minutes of screaming and adults acting like brain damaged children? You know what I mean? Like seriously, that's what a lot of them.
No.
Now this
That
could also
is the
be
conversation.
and this could also be me turning into my dad, right? This could also be me turning into my dad. It's like the shit that I liked. But see, here's the thing. When I was a kid, I remember my parents watching TV shows with me. Some of the TV shows that I liked watching, I remember my parents watching with me. Like I've sat down and tried to watch a couple of things. There's a streamer, I think it's Sniper Wolf. There's a female, a woman, very, very pretty young lady, but she's called Sniper Wolf. And, the correction from our producer, YouTube is not the devil. Your co-host is, okay? Okay. YouTube would be like the Antichrist, basically, like, heralding the return. Okay. So that's why I got on YouTube finally. Okay. Just so I could announce my presence when the time has come. Right. But right.
But you know what? We should probably dedicate a whole episode on that because there is a lot of shit about, because there are things that I've even walked into that my kids were watching that you could easily find even on YouTube Kids. Sonic the Hedgehog biting the heads off of children and shit like that.
I've walked in on them watching, I would say what I would call inappropriate cartoons, basically on YouTube that had no. Had no parental warnings or no anything like that. And I also want to say too, being that it is 2021 and how far removed we are from my childhood in the 1980s, they have kind of figured out a lot of shit on how to suck people and draw people in as far as content and images that they show and stuff like that. There used to be rules in movies about making split-second cuts and showing stuff like popcorn and Coke because it's like subliminal advertising, right? And if you watch a lot of these YouTube, videos, they have these like extremely fast, like Fight Club-esque cuts of shit that they're doing, and it happens extremely fast, and the kids are just fucking
Hooked.
absorbing all of it.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why, like 2 days later, your kid's asking you for something you've never fucking heard of. I'm like, well, I saw it on YouTube. I'm like, we don't even have commercials. How the fuck did you even hear about anything? We don't have regular TV. We don't watch commercials. We don't do a lot of that shit. How the fuck are my kids asking me for shit that like I've never even seen or heard of anywhere, let alone
it is. They found the way to add the ads are the modern day commercials. So
the ads are the ballless, soulless suckers of Satan's cock that are putting the content out like that. Who's that fucking FGTV? That whole fucking family. If there's a fucking hell, that whole fucking family is going because of that fucking the dad and the mom are like the biggest suckers of Satan's cock. I've seen these people have fucking poison Walmart.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and the father looks like he's about to croak dead in every video that they do. The guy looks like he doesn't sleep.
The dude looks like a fucking 30-year-old dude who's been smoking meth like nonstop for like the last 10 years. And their whole family is like cracked out. They do the weirdest shit. They'll fill their whole fucking living room with like a swimming pool with like those little rubberized
the Orbeez, yeah.
Oh my god! Like why? Like I don't. And whatever. It's basically everything they do is an advertisement for the shit that they use in their videos. And if that's not sucking Satan's pecker, I don't know what it is. Okay, like people think I'm such a fucking bad guy because I know how to fucking like shoot a gun and I'm not afraid to fucking do it against other human beings, right? Like, what about that cocksucker that's like ruining a whole fucking generation and teaching kids that it's okay to be wasteful with all the shit that he buys? You know what I mean? That dude is going to fucking hell. Like, and I can't wait to fucking see him there because I would beat his ass, dude. Like, happily, dude. That dude is a straight fucking cocksucker, dude. And he looks like a fucking.
I have to agree.
And he looks like a meth head chomo. He really fucking does. The dude looks like a fucking cracked out chomo. He really.
I have to agree.
I like if tomorrow the news came out that they found out that dude had been like fucking like chomoing shit up, like that'd be the least surprising news I'd ever fucking heard. Is like the father of the FGTV bullshit got arrested for some fucking bad shit, right? Like that'd be the least surprising news I'd ever fucking hear because the dude looks sketchy as fuck. He straight looks sketchy as fuck. There is a kid-friendly version. Our producer just asked us if there's a kid-friendly version of YouTube. That's the problem. There is, and my kids are supposed to be on it,
and it doesn't work.
My oldest has already found ways around it, and my youngest still finds videos that have extremely questionable content on it. So it's like they tell you as a parent, there's no rule book. It's going to be a struggle, and a lot of times it is. Obviously, here's the thing, though. Here's what they don't tell you about being a parent. They tell you about like. Managing your kids' internet content and shit. It's like it's extremely difficult because their friends, their friends at school are going to show them their little workarounds, and our kids are a lot smarter than we were at that age because they've grown up with so much more. So they find these workarounds, and these companies like YouTube, Facebook, Google, Amazon, they don't give a fuck about the rules. They give a fuck about your money. And at the end of the day, they're just creating all they're doing with the new generation, with the children. All they're doing is creating a new generation of customers. And if you can put that into your head when you see all this bullshit like FGTV with the fucking meth head dad, you know what I mean? Like all they're doing is making YouTube video commercials for all the bullshit they do in their videos. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and our producer just brought up an excellent point. Think of all the demographic info they have on our kids. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And now while we're in the conversation of YouTubers, so Mr. Beast, he's got the Mr. Beast burger, but now you watch Squid Games, right? Did you finish it?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so he recreated. Hey, can you go? I think we could actually play the video on YouTube.
How long is it? How long is it?
Well, we're not going to play the whole thing, but
no. But I mean, like, I was going to say, like,
it's 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute video, but he took the time and he recreated every single game from Squid Game.
That's another like little sucker of Satan's cock. I've watched
Oh yeah,
I've watched a couple of his videos, and what he does in his videos, it looks like easy. Like I went back into the archives. I was listening to some of our earlier season 2 stuff last couple days. We actually discussed exploitation and how much everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. Do you remember we were having that conversation? Everybody's got a price. I've even said myself, like, my price is $10 million. If somebody gave me $10 million right now, I would probably just press pause on my entire life, and I'd probably be done for a while. You know what I mean? I would just be chilling for a while, right? Which is fine. Mr. Beast basically kind of makes that happen, but he doesn't make it happen for life. He does shit like $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, and he has these challenges. But what it really comes down to is it's fucking exploitation. He's literally like making people do embarrassing ass shit, and sometimes even rough shit. I saw one of the episodes is like, it's like a survival. Like they have to stay within like a circle and the person who stays in the circle the longest, and they keep making the circle smaller, And so it's like all these people crammed into this like spot for like days at a time, literal days at a time, just to win like whatever the prize was, like 20 G's, 30 G's, whatever. Joe, go ahead and bring that clip up if you've got it. So anyway, so he recreates Squid Games. So please continue.
Yeah. This was the tug of war. So obviously, obviously, no one gets killed.
No one's dying, right?
Yeah, no one gets killed. But but look at the set. Look at the whole set.
This dude is a corporate cocksucker. Like, look at that sniveling little bitch. Like, would you let a man with a fucking shitty ass beard like that tell you to do anything, even for money?
No.
I'd tell him to get fucked, dude. I would tell him to get the fuck off my porch and get the fuck off my lawn, dude. Like, look at that. He's wearing like a fucking, what is that, like a raincoat or a trench coat? Who the fuck?
He's wearing the jacket from the show.
What are you fucking Neo? What are you fucking Neo, bro? It's fucking 1999 again? Like, dude, like, hey, dude, fucking Columbine happened 20 fucking years ago, bro. Like, you look like this guy looks like a fucking chomo. How come everybody on fucking YouTube that's a YouTube star looks like a fucking chomo? Like, where the fuck are all the G's at, man? Like, what in the fuck happened?
Is a G.
What
Dr. Disrespect is a G.
Dude, I'm losing my shit already. Like I'm out of my fucking brain. I'm already in a bad headspace here. Like, what the fuck ever happened to being professional and being gangster? When did that go out of style? Like, it's like everybody looks like these unfucking just finished pieces of shit. Like, Ronnie J is a fucking G. That motherfucker, that's a real motherfucking G right there. Like, as Eazy-E would say, that's a real motherfucking G right there. Ronnie, you were right about that. But where the fuck is the rest of them? Like, where are they on YouTube? Somebody show me a motherfucking G on YouTube, like a real motherfucking G. I want to see that shit. Let me see that motherfucking YouTube show. I'll watch that shit. Man. Somebody comes up fucking asking for money for fucking crack, and you're just like, nope. That's some G shit.
Is that the making of the studio?
See, who's got the money for this? Who's paying all those fucking workers? It ain't fucking Mr. Beast. How does he have that money?
Actually, he owns a fast food chain.
What does he own? How old is that? How old is that kid?
Yeah, how old is he?
How does he own anything?
He's in his 20s.
What the fuck did that kid do to get his money? That's what I want. Or was it? Let me take a wild guess. His parents.
23.
So you mean his fucking parents? So his parents owned restaurants. His parents had money, and he grew up fucking doing whatever the fuck he wanted, or what?
He opened the Beast Burger. He opened it.
He opened what? What is it called?
It's called the Beast Burger. It's a brand new establishment.
This dude sounds like such a fucking shit stain, dude. What did he do? What did Jimmy Donaldson? What did Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, do to earn his fucking money? Where did he start? Somebody show me where the fuck he started. What did he do?
Daddy. It was Daddy.
Exactly right.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Makes sense.
All these corporate suckers of Satan's cock have the same fucking backstory. Their fucking parents fucking gave them their money. That's it. Anybody ever heard of the fucking Kardashian whores? Yeah, their parents fucking made them money. Fucking the Hiltons, their fucking parents made them money.
That was his op-ed.
The fucking Trumps, their fucking daddies all gave them fucking money. Okay? I don't give a fuck who they are. They're all corporate.
Oh, here we go.
Satan's cock. At the age of 13, He
In
started posting
2012.
videos to YouTube in 2013. Wow. So this
Wow,
so,
I
so,
joined the army in 2012.
say again.
I joined the army in 2012. So while
Ah,
this motherfucker was posting YouTube videos, I was getting yelled at by drill sergeants.
right. Eighth most subscribed
Son
channel on
of a bitch.
YouTube. Okay, I mean, I will give him this and this only. I will give him this and this only. It would appear that he is kind of self-made on YouTube, so I'll give him being self-made on YouTube. But look at what he did. Look at what he did on YouTube to get self-made. It's self-exploitation, right?
No, you're
Like,
right. You're right. You're
I
selling
mean,
your soul.
that's. I don't know. I'm gonna get all emotional and fucking rage out. So fuck him
Yeah.
too. Fuck Mr. Beast
So
too.
so we have a quick. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, tracking that. I think Joe's right on that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is and our producer made a funny little comment. He says you're just mad you ain't rich like him. I'll be like, check it out. Here's what I will say to that. So for anyone who thinks I'm being a hater just because they're fucking rich, I do have a price, and there are things I would do for money up to a certain point and up to a certain extent. I think what a lot of people don't realize is there's people probably like me and a lot of other people that are probably like me, where you just handing me $10,000 doesn't mean I'm like, I'll probably just stare at you and be like, you're not going to get a piece of my soul for that $10. I'm not going to lick the bottom of your shoe. If you hand me a brick of cash and say, lick the bottom of my shoe, I'm going to tell you to fuck yourself and probably punch you in the face. Seriously.
But would you play Squid Games for $456,000?
No.
Even if you live?
No, absolutely not. Because the odds are not there. That means I have a 1 in 456. Okay. That means I have a 1 in 456 chance of getting anything really. And there's a 100% chance that I'm going to be exploited and probably embarrassed in the process. If I wanted to fucking have those odds, I just fucking rejoin the army.
I could see that.
I mean, seriously. Fucking seriously. Like 456, that's about the odds I had of being fucking selected when I went to selection the 2 times. I mean, that's about like there was about 400 people there both times I went, and out of those 400 people, probably about 25 to 40% got selected. So I even had a better shot. I had a better shot of going to the Q course, for special forces than I have of winning a stupid fucking game for a stupid fucking YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Like, I get it. I get it.
Now that being said, I am going to be fair here. There is stuff I will do for money. And that's something that, what I'm not going to do is let you make a fucking video and embarrass me. You know what I mean? Embarrass me for the world to see. Probably for that money. And that's true. That's true, Joe. $20 is $20. You got to make the $20 worth it though. I'm not going to sit there and not going to sit there and fucking sell my soul for fucking for 10 G's just because you want to make a funny video and exploit me on the internet. Like I can exploit myself on the internet for free. Right? So
yeah,
fuck that.
I mean, we're doing it now, kind of.
We are. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we're going on to the second week. G4 is back on the air. It came back
Awesome.
November. I believe it was November 16th.
Okay.
And let me tell you, man, it kicked off with a really with a bang. There was a Thanksgiving special. Okay. They had a special called The Vault where they went back in time. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. You're welcome, Desmond.
Yeah, because we talked about this, did we not?
Yeah, and it's a major success.
Good.
It's a major success. And let me tell you, one of my favorite things about it, I actually have it running on my TV right now. I'm not even going to lie. It's been on my TV like Seinfeld has been on my TV 24 hours a day. So since it's back, they've had some original programming. They've had some specials. One of my favorite shows is this one show where they go back and they look at the early years of G4 and they play a bunch of old clips from them. So it's good content for them now that since they already have it and they own it and they can use it. So it's a refresher. We saw people return like Kevin Pereira and Olivia Munn. Shows come back like Attack of the Show and X Play, which look way more immersive and more updated than what they looked like years ago. It's very special. And I couldn't be more excited for it to be back, man. If you have it's on Joe, can you look up for me which services it's on? Jay, you're muted.
You didn't miss anything. I was bitching at the cat.
Ah,
Cat knocked over my fucking microphone again, so she's gonna end up on my plate when I make some Mugu Gai Pan tonight, right?
oh wait, all right, hold up, wait a minute, Joe. It is back. It is back.
I have a question about some of their content. So are they going to do shows where like you're watching somebody play a video game, or like
no? They just had that on. They actually have it
Cool.
on right now.
What were they?
If you
What are they playing? What are they playing?
It looks like The Witcher. Let me see.
Because I have a special announcement for. I have a special announcement for some of our viewers.
Yeah, this is some type of like The Witcher game of some sort. I can't tell. It's some kind of like fantasy MMO.
So I have a special announcement. In addition to season 3 coming up, shortly here we will be moving finally and officially to Kansas City, Missouri. We'll be here for good. Probably going to have a little bit more time on our plates, God willing. And what I would like to do is I'm going to get back onto Twitch. I believe Twitch, but me and John will probably talk about it. We will find a good streaming platform. I've never been a big game streamer, but I heavily fell in love with this game, Ghost of Tsushima, last year. I have been playing it pretty regularly lately, as of late. I'm going to do a special stream for additional content, basically, for Season 3. I am going to do the Kurosawa mode on Ghost of Tsushima, which means it will be in black and white, like an Akira Kurosawa movie. And I'm going to play it on the most extreme difficulty, which basically means if you get hit once, like if you get tagged at all in the game, you die. So it's going to be a long gameplay. It's going to be like several weeks, probably, of me playing in 30 minutes to a few hours, here and there. But we're going to go through the entire fucking game of Ghost of Tsushima on the most extreme difficulty in Kurosawa mode, in black and white. So that's going to be my kind of contribution to the DD214 gaming content world. I will be streaming the entire game on the most extreme difficulty setting in Kurosawa mode. I hope everybody enjoys it. We're not getting to Kansas City until the middle of December, so don't expect it probably until after Christmas, possibly after New Year's, probably after New Year's. But we are going to Deshaun, I did not get the director's cut yet. I'm getting ready to move states, and I just got out of the Army, so it's all about that cheddar, baby. It's all about that cheddar, right? So,
it's time to put yourself up in the corner, Jay.
I know, man. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. I think Ghost of Tsushima is a good enough looking game that watching someone else play a game can actually be kind of fun. You know what I mean? Especially if they're competent and halfway decent. You know what I mean? Like I'm assuming. There's probably two types of streamers, right? The ones who are really, really good and kick fucking ass, and the ones who just suck absolute dog shit, and it's funny to watch them suck, right? There's probably not too many people in the middle that get a lot of views. So you either got to be really good or probably really bad to make it as a streamer. I have to assume. Like if we were streaming, like we had fun. We had a lot of fun, but it was like,
oh yeah. I actually have some cuts I'm working on actually with the Halo game that I played with Chance and Marie that's going to be coming out soon.
Good. I like that. And that's another thing. I do need to get back into I need to get the Game Pass. I need to get a lot of this stuff is going to basically happen after we get to Kansas City in 2.5 weeks.
Hey, let me tell you, when you get that Game Pass, you got to get Avengers. I am
that is not that's I don't think so, dude. Those games are not. Those games are really. I hate to say it, man. Doesn't mean they're bad games. Those types of games. Generally speaking, those types of games are just not my cup of tea.
Not your style. Yeah, just like like I wouldn't. Kansas City or bust. That's right.
That's true. It's truth. I need to get I need to get. I wish we could stay out here right fucking now. I really, really do. I unfortunately still have business to attend to in Colorado for the next couple of weeks, but if I had a fucking choice, I would just stay here right now. I'm
All
sick of
roads lead
driving.
to
I'm
Kansas
sick of
City.
fucking Colorado, and it's fucking overpriced ass fucking state. Like just because fucking reefer's legal out there doesn't make it fucking special. Trust me. It's like
That's what makes it expensive.
everything out there is fucking like, I don't even know how to describe the difference in regular price shit between Colorado and Missouri, because and it's really true. Colorado is right now. Colorado's extremely overrated. Colorado is like, it reminds me of Arizona in the 1980s when everybody from California started moving to Arizona in the 80s. Fucking it's what it reminds me of. Like people are moving there in droves, but they're not bringing anything. Like
Yeah.
the state itself is beautiful. It's a beautiful state. You know, you've got plains in the east, you've got the mountains, you hit the mountains, you drive into the mountains. It's some of the most spectacular scenery on a daily basis you'll probably ever see in your life. But overrated as fuck, man. Like I can smoke weed anywhere. I don't need the fucking government to tell me I can or can't do it. I mean, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like arrest me? Oh no. Like you gotta catch me first, bitch. And by the way, it never happened if you can't fucking catch me smoking reefer when I'm like fucking 14 years old as a high schooler, you ain't gonna fucking catch me at 40, dude. Just saying.
Listen,
So,
I've never been arrested. I've never been arrested for marijuana.
I've only had the
all.
bracelet.
Like,
I've only had the bracelets on once. So, and it wasn't for fucking reefer. So what?
oh yeah, I had the bracelets on because I hopped the turnstile at the train station. Big
Shut
whoop.
the fuck up. Is that your?
I swear to
really?
God. And NYPD, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a criminal, bro.
Hey, you know what? See, that's the thing though. Is like, I would rather have your story though. Like that's a better.
Yeah.
That's a bet. I would rather be. Well, I was stupid and I was a kid and I jumped the turnstile and whatever. Yeah, John's a straight up criminal, dude. Jumping a turnstile. Like, how dare you, dude? How fucking
yeah. I got arrested with my wife. We did it together.
Speaking of turnstiles, dude, the first time I ever got on like a tram/subway was in Boston. I had to ask one of the Bostonians like how to fucking even get a ticket, because there was no people there was no like tellers. It was like everything was automated.
Everything's electronic.
Oh, it was like 2012. I just got back from my first tour of Afghanistan. I had no fucking clue how to do any of this shit. I've never been on a tram. I've never been on a fucking subway in my life. I'm like sitting there looking around like, can somebody help me, please? I'm a specialist in the army and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like just so brain damaged, dude. Like, and I walked over to this little old lady and I was like, "Excuse me, miss. I'm so sorry to bother you. Can you show me how to get a ticket to this thing? Because I'm trying to go downtown right now, right? Because there's a little suburb of Boston called Braintree. My hotel was in Braintree. Yeah, this fucking pussy right here, dude. Like, it's like, so like
he's just looking at the camera.
Oh, he don't give a fuck, dude. Like, this is JD, by the way. This is JD. This is my beautiful girlfriend's cat. I hate to say it, JD is a very, very old cat, and that's why I give her a lot of the patience she's getting. I'm actually allergic to cats, but I give her a lot of love because she ain't gonna be with us very much longer. Like, I do this, dude, I can feel her spine like right now. I feel really bad for her. She eats everything all day, like anything we put in front of her, she'll eat, but she doesn't gain any weight. You know what I mean? Like, she has to take medicine a couple times a day. So I spoil her. I spoil the cat because I know she's not going to be with us probably very much longer. So she does get spoiled. She gets a lot more attention that I would normally not give, or I would not, give attention to bad behavior. But she's already knocked over the mic stand twice. So she God damn it. That's 2 episodes in a row, dude. You got me. I do spoil my pussy though. As much as humanly possible.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So now we have real quick. This is actually a pretty interesting story. This is actually kind of heartwarming in a way, because if you kind of look at the relationship between Nintendo and Microsoft now, this kind of makes sense. A couple years ago in the 90s, Microsoft almost bought Nintendo. Well, I don't know if they almost bought it. I would like to say that they attempted it, and Nintendo was just like, "Hey, no, we're not up to it." But here's the article.
People forget how long Nintendo's been around in Japan. Nintendo did not start out as a gaming company. It started off Nintendo's been around for over 100 years, so that they were not a young company.
Yeah, and I mean, look, but they used to come out with card games. Nintendo used to come out with card games. I don't know the history of, or how far. That would be a great, actually, like DD214 history lesson, the history of Nintendo. We'll have to do that one day. But I mean, it says here, the letter says, "Dear Jackalee, I appreciate you taking the time to try arrange a reading with Mr. Takeda and Mr. Yamauchi to discuss a possible strategic partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft on future video game platforms. I understand Mr. Takeda's concerns about the possible partnership and will try to obscure the guidelines that he has requested." The rest of the letter is mostly obscured, and there's a brief mention of Microsoft still continuing development on its Xbox project, alongside the suggestion it would help make Dolphin the best. Dolphin, of course, was Nintendo's code name for the GameCube.
Okay.
So this is not only are we getting like a history lesson here, but we're getting Easter eggs.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
getting Easter eggs. The Xbox was still Joe. What's the year on this? That letter was conceived.
It was late 90s, I believe, was it not?
I almost feel like 1999. So in 1999, the Sega Dreamcast came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I remember
Sega
that.
was Sega
That
was
was my senior year of high school. So
yeah, it came out September 9th, 1999, 9/9/99. It became a big thing. A lot of people said that it was the devil's mark and shit like that.
huh, Hail Satan, huh?
Yeah, there you go. And
yeah, at least I know where I'm going. Nintendo was founded in 1889. 1889.
Shit.
So that company is at the point you're talking when Microsoft was talking to them, their company was over 100 years old. It was 110 years old. And you got this little upstart computer company called Microsoft trying to buy them out, basically. So please continue with what you're saying. I apologize.
So what's very interesting about all this, because they were working on the GameCube, Microsoft was working on the Xbox, and through all this, look at the relationship that they have now. Games that were never on Nintendo Switch from the Xbox are now on the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
Games that were once exclusive to Nintendo are now on consoles, on Xbox, on Microsoft, and on the PC Game Pass. So it's cool to see that they had this relationship, but did this letter spark the relationship that they have today? And I think that's something to look into, because look at all the achievements that Microsoft pitch was that Nintendo's hardware sucked. And I mean, look at the time, 1999. Microsoft was already ahead of the game. If they were already working on Xbox, the PlayStation 2 was already out, I think. Was it?
No, I don't think PlayStation 2 is out. Here's the thing though. PlayStation kind of took over when PS2 came out. Okay, that's when Sony started beating Microsoft with sales. But then what happened? Nintendo came out with the Switch in the mid to late 2000s.
Yep.
So, Joe, you gotta look up the United States releases for those though, because I want to say we had a PS2. Okay, thank you. Yeah, PS2. Okay, yeah, he's right. But yeah, when the Nintendo Switch came out, who could have predicted in 1999 that when the Switch came out, or the Wii, remember the fucking Wii? Like Nintendo
right there.
Nintendo took over basically the console wars by marketing to kids. You know what I mean? Like they marketed to fucking kids and travelers and mobile gamers, basically people who game on the move. And what do? They took over a huge fucking percentage of the market share, basically. And Nintendo started winning. Nintendo started fucking winning. You know what I mean? And it's the fight always seems like the big fight always seems like it's between Microsoft and Sony, but it's not true. Nintendo has been whooping ass. You know what I mean for a while.
And then after the Wii,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Say that one more time, John.
Then after the Wii came the Wii U.
Right, exactly. And Nintendo has this history of actually listening to their customers and not telling their customers to bend over and let them shove cactus up their ass. So the fact that Nintendo actually listens to their customers and actually gives a fuck about making a quality product, you know what I mean? Right there sets it apart from Sony and Microsoft. I'm going to throw Microsoft in here too, by the way, because Microsoft is not immune to the corporate fuckery that I hate so goddamn much, right? Sony's way worse. I would say Sony's way worse, but Microsoft is still a devil. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Nintendo actually listens to what the fuck their customers say now. And now now that Microsoft is kind of coming back and they're, the circle, the wheel is kind of rolling back around again. Now Microsoft and Nintendo have a good working relationship, it seems like. So yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, one thing that it keeps on slipping my mind, and that was such a big part of what happened this month was the 20 years of Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And how it completely like slipped, how it slipped me. I my apologies, but 20 years of Xbox, and a lot of cool stuff happened during this 20-year mark, and we're talking about major games. One of the best things I could think about that Xbox did was in the last couple of years they started making adaptive controllers for disabled individuals, where
Right.
if you don't have a hand, you can use a certain pad, and
Right.
that pad it looks like a bit like a drum pad, and they
Sure.
use like maybe if they're
Mhm.
what their limb, they're part of their limb,
Mhm.
and they'll use it in circular motions or they'll
Sure.
press on it. It was made, and if you look at the back of the Xbox consoles, there's a specific port for the adaptive control, and it helped a lot of people, and
I can imagine so.
they came out with the Game Pass. They came out with I mean, shit. The Game Pass turned out to be one of the biggest things, but one of their biggest, I fight it all the time, and I recently taken a bit of perspective into this. Halo. Halo was its launch game, and I talked. We talked about this last week. Oh, the 2 weeks before today. I reviewed the Halo multiplayer.
You did.
And I told you it's not bad. It's very fun, and I'm catching myself again playing the game. In fact, I have a crazy clip I have a crazy clip that I have to port from my PC into my clip so I could show you. But
I look forward to it.
it's fun also, and you're gonna like too. I'm about to get a samurai Halo outfit too. So
Oh, dope, dude. When there was, I think it was Christmas. It was Christmas. It was the year. I think it was the year. It was 2002. So not very long after the Xbox came out. I did not ask for it, and my Santa Claus basically brought me an Xbox that I did not ask for, but it was awesome. It was really cool, and I think I want to say, of course, I probably had Halo, but I want to say Fable was the one that I played the shit out of at first. I would play Halo at friends' houses. You know what I mean? Like with the we'd set our Xboxes up and play on, do like a LAN party basically with the Xboxes.
Like the good old days.
It's kind of an Easter egg for the Xbox. If you didn't know this, all of your old brick style original Xboxes, they have names, and you have to do like either a LAN party or start trying to hook it up to something else before you can see the name of your Xbox. My Xbox's name was Cupid, so I remember that. But I remember playing the shit out of Halo with buddies. I remember playing the absolute shit out of Fable. Loved fucking Fable. But that's kind of what kept me into gaming was like my parents actually, even 20 years ago, I was still a very, very casual gamer. There was only a few games that I would even care to play, whatever. But yeah, and
chickens.
there was I played a whole game of Fable one time, and I left the original nickname is like you're the chicken chaser because you're like this little shit, in the game. I left my nickname the chicken chaser. I made him like all demonic and like he was like the worst dude in history in the game. I killed every single NPC in every single community in that game, and they still called me Chicken Chaser. I loved it. Absolutely loved it, dude. Like
he's chasing chickens. So now in our final, this is going to be and I'm glad that we're starting this at the 110 mark. This conversation is going to be very interesting.
Oh, boy.
You a couple days ago sent me an article about the Halo cosmetics hitting. It was like $1,000. Was it, Joe? Could you pull that up?
If you do not, if you do not have Game Pass or some type of like whatever, all the content. If you bought all of the cosmetics, if you bought all the skins, you bought everything that they offer in the game, it would cost a little over $1,000 for Halo Infinite. if you bought if you paid for everything. Now there's some of those you can get by having Game Pass and unlocking stuff in the game. I'm assuming some of that stuff is unlockable, but not all of it is. And if you did not unlock any of it and just bought it outright, it would be over $1,000 fucking dollars for skins, for cosmetics of a game. Shit that should have come with the fucking game. We've had this conversation $1,000, $1,000 for buying skins on a game. Skins and I'm assuming weapons and whatever the fuck else. That's how fucking outrageous. How outrageous have we become where like buying a complete game would cost over $1,000. Like, I don't consider the game complete if you don't have access to everything in it.
Yeah.
That's like that. Like this is a trend in gaming that has to fucking stop. It's out of control. Just so fucking out of control. What the fuck is this? Is this the fucking game you wanted me to play? You want me to play fucking Avengers and it costs $3,000 fucking dollars? John, what are you trying to get me into here, bro?
Okay, so when you had sent me this article was right next to it. Okay, now these data miners are cutting into this information.
Good.
And they're finding out, and they're not only that, they're also doing the math to find out how much all these cosmetics go for.
Right. That's right.
Holy shit. Now, Avengers has a lot of shit in it. I am innocent because I have not paid for anything in that game. Halo, I'm completely fucking guilty. I got the battle pass. Okay?
I mean, and you know what? I don't want this to come off as crude towards the player, right? This is coming off as crude towards the companies, okay? Like, I am not going to blame I am not going to blame a game player for liking the game that they're playing. I'm not going to blame a game player if they want to spend a couple extra bucks for this one or two special skins that they just speak to their soul and they can't live without. I will give you paying a little bit extra on top of what you probably paid for the game. Where the buck stops with me is when we start hitting numbers that encroach on like if you've already paid $60 for a game, anything above 80, anything that takes you above $80 is really, really pushing the envelope because you've already paid $60 for the whole game, right? The whole game. How the fuck are we reaching numbers like 1,000 on Halo and $3,000 for fucking Avengers? That is so mind-numbingly out of control. You were talking about exponential. That's exponentially worse. You know what I mean? Like that is out of fucking control. Like that means that game is as much as a fucking decent used goddamn car. How are you gonna? Would you rather have all the skins on Avengers or a fucking used car that's decent and works? Like, holy fucking shit! Like.
Now, Deshaun,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm gonna be fucking. Deshaun, I don't fucking believe you. Okay. I'm from Missouri. You're gonna show me that shit. They didn't listen. They don't listen to shit.
So it says that there's gonna be a November 30th update. Actually, that's right. The Spider-Man character is coming on November 30th. How much
does he cost? Does he cost $500?
He's free.
He's free because they realize how much bad press they're fucking getting, right? That's why fucking Spider-Man.
I would not be surprised. But he does say here, Avengers is updating their system cosmetics after the November 30th update. Trust me, I've been following it for a while.
Do you want to know why I never played Spider-Man? You know, like after like the movies started coming out and shit.
Why?
Because Spider-Man's a pussy. I'm just fucking with you, dude. Calm down. I just pissed John off, I think, for all lifetime.
No,
I just pissed John off.
I don't like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man does eat ass too, but I eat ass too. That's not why he's a pussy.
I don't like Spider-Man.
I've never been.
It all makes sense why you didn't want to watch the trailer last week.
Dude, I've only seen like 2 or 3 movies out of the entire Marvel universe. Like, honestly, like I've most of the Marvel characters that they focused on in the MCU, I've never given 2 shits or a fuck about because a lot of them are just jackasses in the comics. Like, never. I always fucking hated Iron Man. Like, Iron Man, when I was a kid, I thought he was a cocksucker. Like worst fucking character, biggest asshole. Yet another billionaire rich fuck who thinks he knows better than everybody else, right? Like, oh, I want that to be.
me.
I want a rich person to be my fucking hero. Oh, that's who I want to fucking be when I grow up, is a
Yeah.
fucking rich asshole who thinks he knows better than everybody. Well, you know what? I'm
We've
a poor
talked about
asshole who
this
thinks I know it
before.
better than everybody, so fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, dude, like there's so many. Spider-Man's a bitch. Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four suck dick. Okay? Thanos was not fucking wrong. Okay, the best part of the MCU is watching all the fucking Marvel characters get their fucking asses
Okay.
handed to them on a platter.
now I just
The
want to
best
say,
part of
now
those
that you
fucking
say
movies.
that, if you guys have not watched it, watch Hawkeye, because there is a lot of things that say that Thanos was right. Watch
Thanos was
watch
right.
Hawkeye.
Thanos was fucking right.
I'm telling
Dude,
you, watch Hawkeye. You'll love it.
Captain America kicks fucking ass. That's an ass kicking red blooded American right there. Okay, you know most of the fucking rest of the Avengers are bitches though. Hulk is just like a fucking bipolar, mentally ill fuck. You know what I mean, on steroids. Okay, Thor doesn't even fucking belong on this fucking planet. He's like some fucking alien fuck again who thinks he can come down to my planet and because he knows better than everybody, just swing a fucking hammer around and fuck everything up. Can you imagine the scale of destruction that those alleged superheroes have brought to the fucking Earth with them fucking with everything because they think they know fucking better than everybody else? Why? Because you got some fucking superpowers? Bitch,
Joe,
I got a
take it-
superpower. It's called a fucking M4.
I have a theory
got a
on all this.
superpower. Like, where's my fucking
let's-
movie? You know,
I have a theory on all this, Jay.
I want to hear it.
Uh,
I want
and
to hear it.
everybody's going to think it's the most conspiracy theory sounding shit in the world. Basically, it's the Illuminati showing us what they've been planning the entire time through these movies because they have to show you some way or another. And the way that tipped it off to me was basically, oh God, it had something to do with
People being rich and just
People
we want
people
rich
being
people to be our
rich,
heroes and shit.
Good versus evil type of thing. There was a lot of things that I was looking at from like a different perspective after having gone down the rabbit holes a few times, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, this is everything that's been happening around us. They've just been
That's
laying
right.
it out in
They
front of
want
us
us
through
to-
this.
I'm telling you, they want us to see people like fucking Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Bill Gates as good altruistic human beings, which they're not. Like they are seriously. I don't care what you. I don't like do some actual research and for Amber Myers. I did not see WandaVision. As far as what I think about Scarlet Witch, I wish I had an opinion for you. I don't. Was not. I was never interested in that character when I read comics, and I've seen nothing in the MCU that makes me give two shits or a fuck about. And again, let me clarify this by just because I didn't watch it doesn't mean it's not good. I'm not talking shit about people that enjoy these characters. These are a very specific J opinion. This is not a DD214 wide opinion. This is all me because I'm very picky about what I perceive to be good and evil, I guess if you want to call it that. And my main point before John goes, like my main point is I won't a rich person will never be my fucking hero. Like that's like if you're rich, put your money in the bank, have fun counting it, and get the fuck out of my face. I don't need you to tell me anything for the rest of your life. Just go sit on your ass on your pile of money and leave the world the fuck alone. You know what I mean? If you're not going to do something that advances humanity, leave the fucking world alone because you do not know better. Look at what all the billionaires have been doing lately. They've been riding dicks up into fucking space. How come they're not leaving? How come they're not fucking enriching the communities? How come they're not fucking donating money to fucking build better infrastructure? Where the fuck is our fiber wire fucking internet that we were supposed to have 20 fucking years ago in the United States, the country that invented the internet? It's because they're greedy, cocksucking suckers of Satan's cock. It's not going to happen, folks. Rich people are not your fucking heroes. Being a rich person is not a fucking life goal. Straight up, it's not a life goal. Money will not fucking make you happy. Money will not bring back anybody that you've lost. That's exactly what they did, Deshaun. Don't fucking lie. It looks like a fucking giant dick. Tell me I'm wrong. Please.
They did.
Go ahead, John.
Now,
I'm
not
fucking
to add into to answer Amber Meyer's question. WandaVision was the best Marvel show that they came out with. Okay, WandaVision was the best Marvel show, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it dealt with obsession, It dealt with mental illness.
Clearly.
It dealt with loss.
Dude, can you
okay?
imagine how good
That-
in bed fucking Vision is, though?
Dude,
Like the dude's
I mean, guys-
dude's like a robot with AI in it, dude. Like, can you imagine how good he is? Like,
listen, my favorite Marvel character is Cyclops, but Vision is a hard second. I mean, I was him for Halloween, for Christ's sakes.
right.
You know,
Right.
like the show, like we got Scarlet Witch, who's a Nexus being, one of the most powerful beings in the whole Marvel universe, next to Doctor Strange. You know, like WandaVision was the best Marvel show, and they keep on adding up. They keep on, there they are, the homies, the best show.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to send you something real quick. I want you to post this image real quick since we're all kind of sucking WandaVision's dick here. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to send it over the Facebook chat.
I'd ride a giant cock to go to space.
I'd let her too. It's like, if that's her dream, by God, we'll make it happen.
I will not take away from your dreams and aspirations.
That's right. That's my darling. Hey, Joe, did you get that? Did you get that picture? There you go. See, that's what I like to see. That right there.
Oh,
That's
baby.
Vision. That's Vision getting his fucking heart ripped out by Thanos, because Thanos ain't fucking wrong. Fuck the MCU, dude. Fuck the MCU and fuck rich cocksuckers. Vision's just
on that note,
Vision's just a giant vibrator, dude, for fucking Wanda, dude. Like, fuck that shit, dude. What a bitch.
with his swag, without
How are
drip
you
persevering.
this like amazing robot, whatever the fuck you are, with like artificial intelligence, and you get pussy whipped like that? Like, somebody just fucking explain that to me right now. Like, what a fucking plot hole. What a fucking plot hole. Like, how the fuck does a robot get pussy whipped? You know what I'm saying? Vision's a bitch. He is a fucking bitch. Fuck him. Like,
What you talking about? He sacrificed himself for the
dude,
pussy.
here. Joe, I got another one for you. Give me 10 seconds.
Riding dicks to space, DD214 next album. Let's go.
Yeah. Where the fuck is it?
Vision was honorable. What is love without? Wait, what is it? What is grief without love persevering?
What is grief without love? Where did you get that?
From Vision.
Oh, really? What is grief without love persevering? See, he sounds like a bitch.
He has no emotion.
Then how is he pussy whipped? How is the dude pussy whipped if he has no emotion? That is such a dude. That is such a plot hole. Are you kidding me?
Because she controls the stone. She is the. You gotta watch WandaVision.
Let me show you what a real man. Let me show you what a real man looks like standing up to Thanos right now. Joe, whenever you get that, pop that up. This is what a real man looks like standing up to and facing his death down. Okay, let me show you what a real man looks like.
He did hold the hammer.
He
picked up Thor's hammer
in the fucking movies. In the movies, that's what a real man looks like facing death. Okay, Vision just died like a chump. Died like a fucking chump. Like a chump, hey. Like a chump, hey. Like a chump, hey. Should I be feeling bad? Should I be feeling good? It's kind of sad. I'm the laughing stock of the entire fucking MCU because your name is Vision, bitch. Like,
by the way, this is a cheap plug, but the new Limp Bizkit album is out.
Dude,
it's called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks.
Fuck those assholes too, dude. Like, I'm on a roll today, dude. I'm not liking anything today. All right, I'm done. I'm done. All right.
Oh shit.
I can't be happy. Nobody's happy.
Fuck your happiness.
Fuck your life.
And on that note, guys, make sure you check out. Before we end the show, make sure you check out the Linktree. Go to the Linktree, www.linktree.com/DD214gaming for all art links. There's Facebook, Discord, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor. And if you click on the Anchor, you can leave us a voicemail and tell us what you think of the show. You can tell us what you don't like about the show.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't tell us, you fucking pussies. Bet you won't. Bet you won't
Go
do
on
it,
the
Manchester.
Go on the YouTube and go on the YouTube and subscribe and leave a comment. We had one guy tell us how much he didn't like us, and we're still here. And
Did we really? Did we really?
You know who it was?
Do I? Oh, we'll talk about
yeah.
that later. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I hope they bomb us. I hope they do. I hope we end up with like a fucking not even a 1-star rating. I hope we end up with like negative stars. Fucking
And just so you know, that individual is the only person who ever gave us a thumbs down on YouTube. We see you, and we hope you right back. But it's okay because we still have love.
You are more than welcome to watch our show as much as possible and tell us exactly how much we suck. Because you're still fucking watching, aren't you? Like,
and I'm not, and you just got to comment because we're not going to know how you feel if you don't tell us.
Yeah,
and also we don't get our numbers up if you don't comment bad or good. So I'm just
that's right. That's exactly right. That's and it's true. I mean, the ultimate reality of this is like we can become monetized, and you know what? I would love to make money off of all of your. I would love to make all of my money off of the sweat of your guys' backs. So by all means, just watch us, subscribe, make me rich like that cocksucker Mr. Beast. How about that? Why don't you make me rich, right? Like, and yes, to all of our wonderful people in our audience, like, you can eat our asses. Like, it's like everything you're not supposed to say to your base, right? Like, it's like, but isn't that pretty much what President Trump did? Like during 2016, he's like wiping his ass with the American flag and just not giving no fucks, and he won the presidency. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, wrong. Nope, you're wrong. I've been rich my whole life, and but I swear to God, I'm the man for you. I'll lead the country because I'm rich. Wrong. China. Yeah, fuck.
And if you're having some issues dealing with some politics and stuff, you just need to chill out. Go check out Blaze 8 New Jersey, blaze8onlinenewjersey.com today for your all CBD and Delta 8 needs. There's toothpaste, there's rose petal blunts, there's hand cream, there's all the good stuff for all your pet needs.
Hand cream? Did you say hand cream?
There's hand cream. Cream.
I got a couple of ideas. I got a couple of ideas what I could be doing with some hand cream. Just saying, bro. Just saying.
There you go. For all your pet needs, check out Smokey'sPetPantry.com. Leave an email, and you will get immediate updates today. What other fucking
dog food? Did you just do the pet food one?
Yeah, we did the pet food.
We did pet food. We got Rogue Energy. We talked about the meth.
We did.
Okay, all right.
All right. So now we're up to the final one.
So we've got meth and we plug cannabis. So we need to find a company that does something with heroin, right? So we can start plugging all the drugs on our fucking show. You know what I mean? Like, it's like once you get out of the military, you can do all the drugs, kids. Like,
you know what? Just for you, Deshaun, we're gonna do the Rogue Energy once again, guys. If you need energy to eat our asses, make sure you use code DD214 Gaming for 10% off your next order today. You can't eat ass without energy. You can't eat cock without energy. You won't even have big dick energy if you don't drink that type of Rogue Energy.
You can't. I don't know why you guys are so scared. You're only going to be up for 72 hours. It will be fine. You don't start hallucinating until like hour 50.
You can't eat ass without Rogue Energy. That's right. And that code is once again.
You don't start hallucinating until like you've been awake for about 50 plus hours. So don't be scared. Like Jesus hates a pussy. Don't be scared.
Absolutely. And on the final thing, hey guys, the time of the year is here. We're in the final strokes of 2021. A lot of you guys were very successful. A lot of you guys were completely opposite. And we're coming into a very interesting time right now. We're coming into Christmas. We're coming into the holidays. We're coming into a lot of stress factors, a lot of triggering things, loss of family. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you just got out of the military, or there's a lot of shit going on right now, and the holidays always add on to these emotions. So, guys, make sure you always call the number 1-800-273-8255. The number is 1-800-273-TALK. You could call them, you could text them, you could write to them in your web browser today. You could write to them right from Google, and you could have a conversation with them today. They're here. They are volunteering to hear your story today. Okay, they're here for you. They will not miss a beat for you guys. So please, guys, and if you guys are too nervous or you don't want to talk to a stranger, the doors are always open for us. You contact any of us here at DD214 Gaming. And,
Absolutely. We just entered Christmas season officially as of Black Friday, right? That's the kind of unofficial start of Christmas season. Pick up the phones, guys. Check in on your brothers and sisters. Answer the phone if somebody calls you. If you need something, call someone. Like we cannot stress it enough. I am averaging, I think I've said that before, I'm averaging about 1 to 2 funerals a year now for the last like 3 or 4 years straight. So I'd prefer to not go to as many in 2022 if the universe allows. And if all it takes is a phone call to prevent another funeral from happening, please answer or please reach out. One or the other or both. Like, be there for somebody else so that when it's your turn, somebody else will be there for you. We always pay it forward, and we always got your six. So for all the joking, this part of the show is a real, very serious topic for us, and we do take it very seriously. And our producer's right. You can't eat ass if you're dead. So save some energy because you've got a lot of ass to eat yet in life. So be good, be good to each other, be excellent to each other. Party on, man.
See you guys next week for Swallow Sundays.
Have a good week, everybody. Have a good week.